Interested to see if we can get this fill here.
Order submitted.
I'm gonna put a limit. Basically right at that inverse. This isn't too bad of a setup here. Like I said, you would just be looking at like a 1-to-1, right?
Order submitted.
So getting in on this trade here. I don't want price to come back towards the highs, so I'll just cut my risk in half. And if we trade through this candle here, I go break even. Yeah, I feel like this is getting in pretty early, right? We had the inverse of this candle. I'm kind of looking at this bullish candle is right here as well as structure and S&T with ES. Typically, I would like to see, yeah, we get a change in the state below here, but that might be coming, right? I think this is the first sign we had manipulation, but we could probably target the no wick on this 945 candle. But we'll see. I know there's a lot of people probably trying to short the market right now. A lot of volatility coming in right here. A lot of volume at that 10-10 candle. All right, so trading to the top side of that inverse fair value gap. Yeah, this could be just consolidation, right? That's the bad thing about trying to trade reversals too. You could be just trading in consolidation, right? We could see this chop around. So that is the downside, right, of trying to trade a reversal. You might be trying to trade into a consolidation range that's not a true reversal, because price moves in distribution, accumulation, manipulation, distribution, accumulation, manipulation, distribution. You know, that's how the market moves, right? Whenever you have distribution, you're probably going to have some type of consolidation. So essentially you would be catching like the manipulation down here. But yeah, trading a 1 minute fair value gap, right? This is, it might be a one and done today though. One and done trade. We just had a closure above that fair value gap now. Just gonna probably, I don't know if I want to close this, to be honest. See what this 15-minute candle does. If we close above here, probably close this trade out, right? If we close above this 15-minute high, but that's still in 2 minutes. Let's see what we do here. Nasty wicks, bro. Got hella volume coming in. It's like wicks printing instantly, right? Yeah, like I said, if we break through here, then I would just want to go break even because we are trading against the trend, right? So let's see if we can get price to trade below here. Now, if this red candle right here gets engulfed completely, if we start trading above this fair value gap again, then I'll just I'll close the trade, right? All right, so we had that 15-minute candle close here. So that could have been the top wick for the 10 a.m. candle, right? If we want to see price trade back down a little bit. Yeah, we're kind of just trading in consolidation here, which is not fun. All right, got a little bit of structure forming here on the 1 minute time frame. Still in a consolidation area overall. But like I said, if we drive down below this low, it'd be a good opportunity to just go break even because we have traded up into this inverse fair value gap, right? Now I want to see price rebalance this range though. I don't really want to leave behind a fair value gap. I want to print a high on this 1 minute candle. There we go, something like that. That's perfect. Now we start trading lower. This would be good break even, right? Because I would basically have this high here. yeah, we'll see. Like I said, this is definitely ambitious, going for a short, but at least we can go break even when we trade through here, and obviously mitigated risk as well. All right, so printing a high here. Could see this candle flip. Still SMT with ES, but we are just hardcore accumulating. Let's see. $10.20 candle coming in, printing a high right away. Breaking through that low, so we're going to go break even here. We do have this high, so it's not quite protected, but at least this is risk-free at the moment. Good take profit point could be this no wick. You shorted to the 15-minute fair value gap. Yeah, that was pretty solid, right? That was pretty solid. Got this 15-minute retest. That's why we're seeing a big rejection off that area. Trying to see if we can catch a freebie into this no wick, right? That seems pretty logical. But yeah, low hanging fruit would have been that 15-minute fair value gap, right? It's pretty good catch. One contract NQ. So that was basically a $300 move, somewhere around that. Would this count as a change in the state? I mean, technically, yeah, but you are trading into a 15-minute fair value gap, right? So you always have to be cautious of that on the higher time frame. And that's part of the risk, right? That's why I was a little willing to take this trade up here when we inverted this fair value gap, because we had the SMT. If anything, my thought process was, if we break this low, at least I can go break even, right? And it be a risk-free trade. But if I wait until we do a change in the state, right? Right? And we waited for this closure, then my entry is here, my stop loss is up here, and then I can't go break even if price completely reverses. Right, so I got in a little bit earlier with the signs that this might be a manipulation, so I can go break even if we do change in the state. But that's just a little bit of trade management, I guess, and just weighing out the risk to reward beforehand. Because I automatically mitigated my risk as well when I had my first entry right here. My stop loss was less than half. So I was only risking like $80, $90, right? And I'm still looking at making 200 if we come down here. This would be like 150-ish maybe. But, you know, something to kind of analyze when we get down here. Yeah, I got you, bro. Yeah, it's just a little bit of my thought process. I mean, like, obviously, everyone's different, right? It's just how you see the market and just, you know, how you can manage risk and trade manage, right? I think it'd be pretty good to take profits here at this no wick area, though. This would only be $130 gain, though. But profit's profit, right? But like I said, I don't expect too much of a sell-off here. Because I mean, look at the, like I said, you look at the higher time frame, right? We are just spooling towards all-time highs. We're just trying to catch a little bit of a retracement on the higher time frame. So see if we can get some of that. And if not, then we are break even at least. Looks pretty good though. I mean, anytime you see like 10 a.m. open up and it sweeps the previous 4-hour high like right away in the first 15 minutes, it's a good sign that you can catch a little bit of a reversal move. But if you see like 10 a.m., if 10 a.m. was opening up where price is right now, without taking out the highs, then you need to be cautious, right? Because then we could be looking at, you know, taking the all-time highs. It's a little bit more likely. But if you see a sweep like this, like right off 10 a.m. in the first 15 minutes, you can expect price to, you know, come down here and maybe make a bottom wick, right? Because that's all you're doing. You're just looking for a bottom wick on the higher time frame. So I'm interested to see what happens here if we start taking some of this low resistance liquidity here on the 1 minute time frame. But luckily we are break even, right? So kind of chilling. $80, $55. Yeah, I like possibly entering one more contract here and then just keeping my trade at break even, right?
Order filled.
So I entered another contract. I'm going to keep my stop at break even though. Just see if I can maximize profits a little bit while price is spooling.
Order filled.
There it is. Okay. So we were able to get another contract in there, which was kind of nice to maximize profits a little bit. Sometimes that's what's nice about scaling in, right? If you're deep in profit, you can still keep your stop at break even. So not a bad trade here on the 1 minute, right? But yeah, I'm gonna be happy with that profit for today. I won't take a another trade because yesterday I gave back profit, right? I gave back some profit yesterday, which was not ideal. So there is the execution, right? Had the nice inverse of the fair value gap. Entered 2 contracts here. Added one more once we saw price was spooling towards the no wick and the final target. Up 709. Let's go, Sling. Yeah, this was pretty textbook for you, Sling, right here. Trading on the 1 minute a little bit more again, but I don't know. There's still a lot that kind of goes through your mind on the 1 minute. It's just, you got to have way more discipline for sure to just be able to walk away.